The first one I have is related to Chantix, which is a medication that helps people quit smoking. So essentially, it's a mimic of nicotine. So you're not giving your body the nicotine, you're trying to replace it with this medication, hopefully over time, that can help you not to need the smoke or the tobacco.
That's good.
So the side effect, and this occurred very early on when the drug came out, was they didn't use this term, but we know that Chantix causes vivid dreams, but when it was presented to me was I'm having nightmares. Chantix is giving me nightmares. Wow. So it's just an important distinction. It doesn't cause nightmares. It's not, altering your psyche in any way, which I mean is a reasonable concern.
Right.
It's not doing anything like that. It's just making the dreams that you're having more vivid, more lucid, and also able to be recalled more easily.
Wow.
So does Chantix directly affect sleep quality? Not in the most direct sense, but if you're having these dreams and you're having a hard time, recovering from waking up to this, whether it's a good dream or a bad dream, whatever the case may be, certainly then that has a big effect on your overall well-being. So at the time, I think what's different about this medication, Chantix, you're using it as an adjunct to help you to quit smoking or using chewing tobacco.
Right.
This is not like, hey, I'm, treating blood pressure and I can't alter this dose, or I'm using an anticoagulant and so I'm having this side effect. I'm going to start cutting my dose. This is, again, simply an adjunct to maybe some therapy and some other things that you're doing, some replacement exercise and just doing some other things. Yeah. So, and ultimately what I'm trying to say with that is that there is the way the medication is set up, it kind of comes in a package and you ramp up dosing. It's meant to mimic you coming off of cigarettes or tobacco in general. So what was helpful here was that, again, this being, like I preface it with, more of a fluid situation in terms of you stopping using tobacco, do the lower doses cause that? So with this person, we were able to get to the point where the lower dose, the 0.5 milligram dose, was not having that same effect. And was it helping as much with quitting smoking? No. But again, with the fluidity of this, right, it still was an adjunct. It still helped. It still, I remember saying, like, smoking half cigarettes, that kind of thing. It's just lowering your body's need for it, which then hopefully over time lessens the reward parameters, et cetera, that are all kind of intertwined with this. So the lower dose helped. And in this case, it was a pretty easy move to do and pretty easy thing to kind of interject in.
Okay. All right.
I think that is so fascinating.
What do you mean?
That it would cause deeper dreams, more be able to recall it more. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that, like, nicotine or those types of things, they affect your sleep, right? So then now you're sleeping more deeply.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to go into. But I think overall it seems to be more specific to Chantix. Like this,
so interesting.
This is not like oral nicotine. It is a nicotine receptor agonist. So it's a mimic of nicotine that's hitting those receptors. So in doing that, you've got some nuances and some differences. Sure. So it's not like, well, how come whenever I smoke a cigarette before I go to bed, I don't have these vivid dreams, but when I take Chantix, I do. One, the activity level's longer. That has a big thing to do with it. Part of this mimic and the difference is that it lasts longer in your body, which is what you want to help you resist those cravings. But yeah, it is a little more specific to this being still a unique agent.
I'd be interested just to remember my dreams.
We cannot recommend that you take Chantix.
More off-label use. Here we go.
Yeah, so I started looking it up a little bit, and some people were like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome! I had this incredible dream," and like the next day,
wow.
But then other people, I mean, obviously it's very psychological. I certainly don't pretend to know in depth about this, but with if you're just going through some hard times and you're having some things going on, and you're in this opposite situation where you're having these nightmares.
Yeah, you don't want
people
those
are waking up with
dreams.
and they're remembering these nightmares, and it's 3 a.m. and they can't fall back to sleep.
Oh my goodness!
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.